The reason why they fired me was because one time the HR opened the monitor like this. I was in underwear like this.
Come on.
Yes, once again, as promised, we get to continue a conversation from the previous episode. Welcome to the Film Hackers Talk Show. My name is Maritza. I am your host. We are here at Net Studios Africa, and this is brought to you by Incredible Media. Now, last episode, we were talking about the craft of acting, and we had some very special guests in the studio with us. They gave us their gems. They told us many secrets that I think you guys can carry on into your journeys as actors and actresses. But the most important part is the conversation was incomplete. And today, welcome back for part 2 as we finish the conversation on the craft of acting with the amazing Housen Mushema and Harmonie Kyomugisha. Let's talk about that when it comes to versatility of roles. You found roles that you're into. How do you accept that this role fits where Mushema is? Actually, share what are you going through right now with your selection?
No,
how do you come down to say, like, yes, this is the perfect fit for me and my direction as an actor?
The thing is, also, even when you're given such, like Harmonie said, you look at all those things, you're also sometimes not guaranteed that the execution will be great by the team. So, but until you see their work, how they do, and unfortunately, before you step on the set, you don't know what's going to happen. The thing is, you don't know. Probably you follow a few episodes, you see their work, the style of shooting and stuff. But when you get to a level where I am at the moment in my career, you see you're getting different calls from different countries, from people flying into here, be like, can we try him? It looks good, can we try that out? And then you start appreciating your journey. So when you start appreciating your journey, you're like, okay, now this is the moment I've been, mind you, you are not contracting me to do the role. You as a producer contracting my experience. That's what you want. Yes. You understand? I'm stepping on that set as an experienced actor who, instead of taking 30, 80, maybe an hour to prepare for a role, I'll take 30. You understand? So I'm cutting your time short and you're making more money. You understand? So the time is what you are hiring, and that's what I'm going to give you, my professionalism. How do I now sieve the jobs? That's where the problem is.
I like that point. They're hiring your professionalism. So the price is very good.
Run for your money.
So basically, you're giving me money because I'm going to make you money.
Absolutely.
The little time I spend, if for example, it's an actor who doesn't get their lines, he's going to spend like time disturbing the crew, akwano na akwanoli, aisamwe gali wanonawali, oisegera, and they come on set, they're drunk, either they are high or something.
Those are real realities?
Yes, they are. Those are actors, and they are good actors who give me that line. The experience they know they're going to deliver. At the end of the day, the editor will do the job.
Like that?
Why are you like that? You understand? So, but then you have a Mushema who does not drink alcohol. I come on set on time.
I'm proud of that. Please tell us.
I have my kind of discipline. I've packaged myself like a certain way. You understand?
I love that.
And now it comes to the price. Where am I shooting the show? Nairobi, okay. Are you taking the bus or are you flying? I'm flying.
Flying, baby.
I'm flying first class, yes.
Yeah, let's go.
Flying business, yes. How much is the business? Find out. That's the agent. You understand? How much are you paying me? Are you paying me per episode, per month? How long is the character? Am I doing a lead character? Am I a support? Am I an extra? Am I just clapping? It comes to that, you understand? The longevity of the role, how far is the role going? What do you see this character coming back in this season? Then I start weighing with the available jobs, because I've been doing this for 12 years. So now people have seen me, people are offering, people have offers. I have offers on the table, 3 of them. Very good money. Some are here, some are away. Like, who wins? Who wins?
I love that checklist, because even as an up-and-coming actor or actress, with your checklist, it's easy to work your way into that kind of professionalism, because you know you want to be flying business class. You're going to fly business class when you don't show up on time, when you don't cram your lines on time, you don't show up for rehearsal, you're the last person to reply to messages and emails. So I really like that visual, because even me as an up-and-coming actress in the future, I think I'm going to use it. So thank you.
No, it does help. And someone who will want to work with you will see that.
Yeah.
And someone says, kati oyo muwe business kilasi yaki. Kikakati mbo yakola kye kyamaanyi oli kyataakole. It's okay. Go to the other one who will give you that.
Recognizes value.
If you don't see my value, it's okay. It's perfect.
It is okay.
Some will even go ahead. Which awards has he won?
But actually, you know, I think young and upcoming actors in the industry, they usually worry about being passed on because they have standards. Because when you come into the industry as a young actor, you're not known as yet.
Yes.
You know, so you're coming in low entry level, extra, simple roles.
Yeah.
On set, it's like, of course, I'm assuming you've sat home and you've said, when I get that chance to be on TV, when I get that chance, right?
Lined up
so
all
you
the
have
auditions.
your personal drive. Like, all I want is a chance to be on a set. Now, usually, of course, in a situation like that, when you get there, is you start to work your way up, and that means you learn the art, you learn the craft, you see how people are moving. Usually, what happens is when they see you hungry, you're taken advantage of, very much.
Preaching to the choir.
It's like, I mean, you know what you're working towards. You could be Harmonie. So
Could you speak into that? Is it wise to allow that taking advantage of? Because for some people, being taken advantage of for them has raised them to levels of experience that they never would have gotten through school. You know?
Some people, it breaks them and they give up. Some of them fight through it. And that's now, it comes back to character, personality.
So you have to build personality.
And also the people around you. Who are the nearby people that you meet when you're joining this industry? They will contribute so much. Just any other industry, be it anywhere.
Yeah.
The first people you meet
Yeah.
will contribute so much to your success or in anything. You understand?
believe that.
And you meet a producer who's going to give you a job because, probably he wants some from you. Yeah. Or a director. Then
scatter the streets.
whoever is trying to connect you wants some from you, and by the time you get to the person who's going to give you the role on merit,
You deserve it.
because you deserve it, because you are humble enough, you're a good performer, and you're a youngster, and they see you as an asset.
Yeah.
They don't want anything from you, but they want you to perform, and they want. You're already exhausted.
Wow.
Mudda.
I want to
You
hear
are
about
tired.
your paying dues, because you seem, I don't know
And it
Harmonie
happens
that
mostly
well,
to
so
the
help me.
girls. Mostly to the girls.
Harmonie seems like the kind of person who comes in to take over. Like, not in a bad way, but
I
like...
didn't think it was bad at all.
No, yeah. But like, did that affect how you had to pay your dues in the industry? Did you experience some of that taking advantage of?
I think the way I can't say I was taken advantage of is payment. I didn't have a lot of legal help at the time. And then you convince yourself that because you're doing this out of passion, it kind of doesn't matter if you're paid or not.
Okay.
And then you also are looking at a bigger picture. But I think this is something that happens in all fields of work.
Yeah.
You know, whichever, if you're coming in as low entry, you're going to take some shit.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And you're going to have to work your way up, and you have to be, I think it comes down to your drive as a person. What is your ultimate goal? Right? Because
like
that is
that
what's
he
going to
mentioned
fuel
personality.
you to move forward. So I was the kind of person you would call on a random day. Harmonie man, there's an actor that's dropped out. I don't have transport, but I'll be there.
I got you.
Listen to me. I am available.
Let's go.
I was available.
They see you.
I was available. I made sure to.
That ideally should be a good thing, right?
I was, and then I had a rumor where they were making fun of me for being too available. I said, okay, cool.
Stop.
It was like, that one is always there. She can always, like show up.
Mama.
I said, okay, duly noted.
Okay.
So I think there's one other incident where they didn't necessarily say, oh, you have to sleep with me too. But they frustrated my life because I didn't.
Yeah.
And they started to talk about me on set. You're like disregarding me to other people that wanted opportunities with me.
How do you navigate that?
I mean, at the end of the day, what is mine is mine. I'll be giving you too much power, assuming that you can dictate my future.
Come on.
If somebody wants to work with me, they're going to take an extra level of interest. And that means they'll go by the surface level words that are being spoken. Now, there could be some truth to them, but that's still for you to want to find out.
Yeah.
Or did you want to just hear one bad thing about me and not work with me? And if that's the case, then good riddance. Not for me, not the energy that was going to be with me at all. But if someone says, I have heard, but I see that you can do something for me, so let's work together. Let me give you an experience. And should it be bad? By all means, stand and say, Harmonie is terrible. Okay, so that also just speaks to the person that is supposed to work with me.
Yeah.
So do you have my best interest at heart or not?
Or not?
You, as an upcoming actor or actress out there, one thing that will lead you to success is your own discipline. To either fail you or make you. It's simple as that. Appreciate people's time. The reason why you're given a chance, how do you use that chance to show people, hey, I'm here for the work, by not disrespecting them. I'm hit on set. People hit on me.
So can I hit on you and we finish?
On set. So it has to be now.
This is our set.
It has to be now.
Oh, now it can only be now. Okay.
Thank you.
Let me work on something. I'm joking.
I know, but the thing is, how I respond
Yeah.
is what is really important, not aggressively. And some people may just mean the best, not really because they want to sleep with you or something. So you have to also be able to analyze and read the energy.
Emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence.
very imperative.
Because the industry is small. Talking about kuduka everywhere because people are saying you're beautiful. You're beautiful. Hey, you want to sleep with me?
You want my susuling device?
You want my susuling device? Yeah? No. I'm just appreciating how beautiful you are.
Yeah.
I'm not hitting on you. You understand?
Yeah.
And now I have that energy. I love to appreciate.
But let me actually, before Harmonie comes in with her points, let me speak into that a little bit. So you speak into that from a pure place.
Yeah.
So I think that's also important to understand because you, as someone who has opened yourself up to another person, you're giving that person permission to open themselves up to you as well.
Yeah.
So like, if you tell me I'm beautiful, first tell me I'm beautiful.
You're beautiful.
No, him.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
You're beautiful. You are beautiful.
And you see what you're doing? Like you maintain eye contact. It's from a pure place.
Yeah.
So when it comes like that, it's very easy to not be offended. Manange Mushema, some people will come and tell you you're beautiful and you've seen them undressing you with their words, their eyes, their energy.
Yeah.
So again, it takes that emotional intelligence that you're talking about.
But now the thing is,
and
how
discernment.
do you turn that? So imagine you're on a set by someone who has given you the opportunity, and this is some person who wants you to perform. This is the same person who you don't want to piss off because they have said you're beautiful, and probably you're seeing their energy is sexual or something. So how do you turn that energy? One thing I know for sure, that if you're not going to do something with someone, it will not happen. You understand? Because you also have a type, you also like some good energy, but is he giving you the energy? If that person is going to bring a risk between you two, then that's the energy you need to know. How are you going to twist this? If you really need this project to be a part of this project, how do you turn it around? Again, it comes back to what you really want.
Yes.
If you think this project is not worth that energy, don't do it. If you think you can hang in there play it cool and get off the project and still makes it sense for you. Well, because these are the same people that will recommend you for other jobs.
For others, that's true.
You know, for me, I've stayed in Nairobi for 2 months. It's not, I think,
Welcome back,
two
by
and
the
two.
way.
Yeah, I came back yesterday, but one by the way. Yeah. But
Yeah,
what I was talking to her when we
fresh
were
off the
coming, I was telling her that these are the same people that talk about you, how your performance was, your behavior, your mannerisms on that set.
Yeah.
You understand? And it's when you get comfortable, it's easy for you to start doing weird things out of your normal zone.
That's true.
You understand? Because you're seeing these people around, you're becoming more weirder. Because you're comfortable now. You're
The
comfortable.
true you, eh?
You have to know when to unleash the true you.
Just don't
Which
unleash
people-
at all. If
Yeah.
you want peace,
Which
leave
people-
you
which people
at
are you around
home.
with. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah.
So be very careful.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you for a fact it has worked for me. You know, understanding your energy levels and where you're supposed to unleash your real self. You understand? Where at what point?
Read the room.
Read the room. And the thing is, like I was telling you, my dad told me, you don't seek respect.
Ooh,
You don't seek
You earn
respect. You earn it.
that's good.
Yep.
When I come into a room, because of how I'm sitting, how I'm speaking to people, I'll either earn that respect or I will not.
Yeah.
The first 3 words that come out of your mouth will say something. When I came into this room, you know the person I first greeted?
No.
Her.
Yeah.
She's behind the camera,
Yes.
and probably she's a youngster. She was seeing me on TV or whatever.
She's amazing.
But she was the first person who was in my view. Why would I pass her and come to you?
Yeah.
I first greet her.
Yeah. They greeted me last, by the way. Yeah, just
Well,
so you know.
says-
Because we got to you last.
Yeah,
No,
it
I'm
says
joking.
something, you know?
Yeah.
It says something about your
Yeah.
personality, your character. Now, these are things that we were beaten for.
Yes. As
They-
millennials.
As millennials. They beat us. We're not supposed to sit in the couch down. Have you greeted the neighbor when you're coming back from school? Have you greeted Mama Nancy from the neighborhood? Why are you greeting me first? You understand?
Just pass.
Just pass. You had to kneel down and greet Mama Nancy and the family. They're
Yeah.
seated somewhere.
Yeah.
Before you reach your home, you've greeted a million neighbors. You understand?
Yeah.
So you carry on that discipline to where you are. It works.
I love that
It works.
you're matured, not just in the acting, but also as a person, because from the way you're talking, the two have to go hand in hand.
And the thing is, these are things that you have to do, but no one is not supposed to notice. People are not supposed to notice these things.
Yeah.
These are things that you do because they fulfill your purpose of soul and living and respect for others.
Yeah.
Not because like, that guy greeted that guy. No, you're doing because it has to fill that gap of humility in you as a person. And when you carry it on, it's a protection. I'm a spiritual person.
Me too.
I'm a Muslim. I pray. And these are things that are spiritual. There's something spiritual beyond just saying that, okay, I love my God.
Yes.
There's spirituality in respect.
Treat your neighbors.
Treat your neighbors the way you would want to be treated.
Yeah.
Someone on set, treat them really right. There's only one time I sparked off when I was on the Kenyan set.
You?
Yes, I did.
What happened?
No, because because they were on pressure. They called me on set before they set up, and I was tired. I had shot a trans night scene, and I told the third AD, down. I told her, go and confirm if they have set up. But it was out of respect, you understand? And they all understood my frustration because we were coming and standing. The director is not on set, and we're standing. We were losing a lot of energy.
And you felt they were playing with your time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I told, no, I'm not leaving this seat until you're ready for me to do the first run. Okay? Like, okay, we respect that. Sorry.
And in
So when they
circumstances
said-
like that, they're not going to call you a diva because with
No.
respect you have expressed
Anything
your strength.
anything that I did
Hey.
for me, and that comes with a level of experience, respect. Because you've been on the set from word go, they have not seen you cause any trouble. And now, that one time when you do, you have to have a purpose when you do.
It has to be
I have 3 cards.
justified.
I have 3 cards to play on that, 3 warning cards. I'll tell you.
Strike one, two, three.
Strike one. By the time you get to that strike, you've really done a lot to piss me off. By the time you get to the second one, now it is beyond. And the third one, I either stay on your set or leave for my own brand. One time I punched a wall on the set.
Is your hand okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, we need them for the scenes.
I still have bruises.
Be careful.
But Ella was part of that scene. You know Ella?
Yes,
Stella
and
Nantumbe.
Nantumbe, yeah.
We still remember that but that was beyond now.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I couldn't handle what was going on. You understand?
Can imagine.
It was too much for me.
I want to hear from Harmonie. How would you, even sharing your experiences, how would you help a young actor, actress package themselves as the one not to be messed with? Like, I am not the one, the two, or the three.
Unfortunately, or fortunately for me, I learned this a little later because when I first joined the industry, like I said, low level entry, so you're making your way up, so you need to know how to handle certain situations. And I used to be such a hothead because I was very short-tempered and I'm very stubborn.
But that's the artist. Carry on.
I was very stubborn as well. So it comes down to understanding what you're trying to communicate. Am I trying to be hard? Or am I trying to show them that I'm angry? What are we doing? Am I just, know that I'm pissed, or this is not how I like to do my work. So in the future, I would appreciate if we do it this way. So that's how I think I managed to do that. I move with it as well now, currently.
Okay.
I don't want to step on set as I'm not the one to be messed with. But I will definitely set my boundaries. Like beforehand, before I come onto set, there's certain conversations we need to have before I accept to come onto your set, right? You have sought me out for a reason, so do not waste my time, right? And let me not waste yours. I'm going to come because I want to do this. I want to do it well. So let me understand, where's the venue? What's my shooting time? Who's providing what transport, maybe change of clothes? What facilitation is there? What am I working with? Okay? Do not come to me, tell me what you want from me, and then when I say, okay, for instance, I'll give an example. Someone reached out to me and said, hey, Harmonie, check the script out. I think you're really perfect for it and everything. I said, okay, let me read through it. So I went ahead and read through it. And I was like, this is exciting. I think I could do this. They're like, yeah, so it's a pilot already. I'm like, ooh, okay.
Hey, so when you hear it's a pilot, red flag.
I'm like, okay, it's a pilot.
If I tell you how many pilots I've done.
It's a pilot. Like, with production, you will think you're shooting for one day, but things always happen. So it's safe to say it probably will not take one day. So they're like, yeah, so it's going to be like a night scene and it's going to be like 2 days and whatnot. I think you're really perfect for it. I'm like, okay, sounds exciting. I say, okay, so for instance, for this kind of role, being a pilot and for this amount of time, this is how much I need. Okay? And then there comes in a different, unfortunately, at present, we are taking money out of our pockets. But it will get funding, and then when it gets funding, maybe you will be paid.
And that was the last part of the conversation.
And no, that wasn't. I said, oh, okay.
No, I mean, they talked about your remuneration as a later.
Yes, as if actually the pilot ever goes through and gets any funding. So I said, okay, unfortunately, at present, I'm not doing any pro bono work. So you can come back to me when you have a budget. I think this is a really nice project. I would love to be a part of it, but I can't, I don't explain further than that. It's a good project. I would love to be a part of it. So kindly come back to me when you have a budget.
That's polite.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big middle finger.
Written by AI, or you scripted that yourself?
No, I script that myself. I happen to be quite the
writer.
The writer. Now, another thing that I think I wanted to speak on, when Mushema was speaking about his dad, when he was thinking about quitting the art, and his dad is helping him figure out how to stay disciplined and push through and enjoy yourself, and I don't have an experience like that, unfortunately. While we are a creative family and we had our experience with MDD and all these other things,
Yeah.
there was a point where my parents' measure of success is doctor, lawyer. It has to make sense.
Because you
Yeah.
had finished school, why are you still playing?
Basically, I was still in school.
Oh, you were still in school.
But but I was doing leisure and hospitality. Let me chill, you know what I mean? Anyway, my drive was different. While he had, and this is how it is in the arts, you're going to have actors that have full backing from parents who say, I see my child's dream and I want to back that up. Whatever they need to master their craft, 100% go for it.
Yeah.
Mine was different.
Okay.
Yeah, mine was the only way that they can see that this is important to me is if I show them. So I had to work twice as hard to prove to them, like, they would just hear people talking about me, but they'd never really watched any of my shows.
What?
They wouldn't know what's going on.
You know, already as women, and this is most industries, we have to already work twice as hard. So you are working 3 times as hard,
Yeah.
inclusive of your parents' approval.
Yeah. I have to show them that this makes sense. And so they never understood me being on set for longer hours or just jumping out of the house with my own costume running.
Yeah.
It never made sense to be like, no courage. Had to walk in and agree. Like, this doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
TV. It never made sense. And so, for me to get to a place where my whole family sits and watches a show where I'm at, and my mom is so excited to be like, ah.
Yeah,
And then I like
oh
at
my
her workplace, they're
God.
like, is this your daughter? She's like, oh my God.
Yeah, she's my daughter.
So, okay,
That was
how did you
2022.
navigate? Oh my girl.
That was
From
2022.
2015.
From 2015.
How do you, how do you take all that and put it in becoming Harmonie Muhwezi, the actress?
Well, I'm doing this for me, number one. It's very important. We all have our life paths and they have lived theirs and this is mine.
Absolutely.
And for as long as I have the grace and the sustenance and the talent and the favor upon me, I will do it to the best of my ability.
Yeah, true.
You know?
Yeah.
Because it's already so many things that they were fighting. Even being a chef was very difficult for them. Is what they said to me when I was trying to be a chef.
They're really from Bushen.
Let me tell you something. They said they're going to find me in a taxi park.
In saucepan.
My relatives told my dad, "Oh, taka chukua namba tureba bat." Mara wari mu taxi park ari achisefuria na ateka ibyo kurya.
I can relate.
God.
And I'll just be like, "Are you joking?"
Yes, it's so
Now,
funny. It's so
I
funny.
have a restaurant. I'm a renowned chef now. I have had to practice in restaurants here, and I still want to get as much practice as I can. Now they're able to say, Mom is able to say, okay, Christmas is coming. What's our menu? Now she's able to say we have a chef in the house.
Yeah.
Okay, she's actually the one who was like, okay, I'm putting all the money in Harmonie's table.
Yeah.
2024. I started my cooking school in 2014. I graduated and they said, "Otakagambara n'abantu. Just go pick your thing and..."
So you were the black sheep. And I can relate to that because I think even in our come up, despite the fact that the industry was growing, we still had parents who didn't have the perspective of a real future in entertainment. You guys, I left law to become a spoken word artist. Tell that to my Bushenyi mother. What is even spoken? Meanwhile, my mom has a master's in literature, so she gets poetry. But she's like, return to me. You're just going to be here. And so I completely relate to that. And the shift of the industry, I dare say, has been an advantage for the entitled Gen Zs that we are having problems with today.
The thing is now the youngsters feel entitled to have it, and because it's there, they're not going to go through our problems. Because now when I move into a mall and you have all these young kids who they see you in a restaurant, they tell mommy, that's Patrick, they come running, they take pictures. So they're going to grow up seeing what Sanyu has done, the picture, and also the parents are allowing them to come to us. Back then, you would not reach out to a star. How? You want to be a drug addict? Yeah?
You are talking to Ayayi.
And for me, it was, and actually it was not just like a bed of roses for me, because my dad came to a standstill when he got sick. There was no money really to support me, and my mom was also not working. She's a housewife, and I had to figure out ways. And this happens in 2012 when I'm joining university. So I had to figure out how to finish university, to pay for my own tuition, to pay for a lot of these things. You understand? And of course, relatives never understood that you're an actor.
It's one thing when the core family.
The thing is, they don't. And even my mom was like, "Go to Dubai or Kuwait, yo."
Like, make it
Go
make
to
sense.
where, yeah. And the thing is, mommy, just please give me a chance. I'm done with campus. Kakati lwaki togenda mu office ya guni n'osaba omulimu. Why don't
But I'm still be sending daily monitor.
Okay, what they call them? Job offers.
I did an office job while I was in university.
Good for you.
I would leave office, go act, go model, and the reason why they fired me was because one time the HR opened the monitor like this. I was in underwear like this.
Come on.
And that picture.
Oh my God!
Issues. Like I get a call in my office like, hello, can you come?
Oh my
To
God!
my office, I'm like, okay, yes, I go to my office, and to her office, like, have a seat. So you told us you had some issues at home and you left early yesterday. I was going to a show because I had to be on a show because I was a lingerie model, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
I was one of those in underwears. Like, so this picture here.
Flip, let's go.
It was yesterday's show. Are you sure you were at home? But now you see the problem is our funders are seeing these things. They know you work for us. You have patients here. So what do we do? So what we are going to do, I'm going to first put you on a hold. And I knew I was fired.
Bye-bye.
But you know what's funny? I went to my hostel on my bed like this. First up, I was like, I'm used to waking up, going to work, and I'm like in my hostel like this. My roommate has left for classes. I'm like, what next? I get a call. There's this guy, he was just all over the place. Yo, man, there's this gig. Man, you know, there's this thing that did the hostel, the company. The hostel what? Oh, yeah. I think they're doing a new show. Did you want to try? Yeah, I was willing to try anything.
Yeah. Let's go.
As long as I didn't stay in that hostel.
You were like, let's go to another hostel.
Let's go to another hostel. I go, I try
love
out my like. I'd never acted before. I was just rolling with the life.
But that's beautiful because even then, the fact that you got fired for being an artist, it was the universe's kick push.
And that when my mom got to know, you know, like she didn't know I was fired, but she knew I stopped working in the place. And it became a thing. You see, this is what I was telling you. You're now playing with your future. You know what? I'm done with you, boy. I'm like, Mom, just give me a chance. I'm onto something. You know how we convince ourselves?
Yes.
I'm onto something as artists. I'm onto something. Just give me a chance.
Let's talk about that onto something. And I don't know if you had finished, the setup for the up-and-coming artists and how they can navigate that despite the circumstances. But maybe add on to that. And let's talk about how the environment today supports that I'm onto something. Because we come from a time that didn't. And how, young people can take advantage of the support that they have now in order to show like there's a trajectory. See where I'm going? We have examples.
Now, just before Harmonie comes in, we have the new curriculum.
Yes.
It has the creative arts.
Thankfully.
In schools now, they're embracing it.
Yeah.
Kids are really taking on the curriculum of, performing arts. We are invited into schools, to talk to the schools. Yes, we're doing this. And now you have social media. You have people to look up to find us, with the Mushemas, the Harmonies, in this show. And now you're seeing how, with the things they're doing, so you have an inspiration. We didn't have those people to look up to. We didn't have them. They were there, but they were also,
not accessible.
I don't know what they were doing, but they are there.
Yeah.
They're not accessible.
Yeah.
For example, our big artists here, you would just hear they have gone somewhere and, there's no, anyway, most of our parents didn't want us to be artists.
True.
Yeah, but the thing is, now it's upon us. It's upon us to show them that these are the avenues, the social media.
Yes.
Well, what kind of artist do you want to be? You understand? Now there are opportunities like Power Magic has brought in so many, given opportunities to so many producers to produce shows. You want to be part of that? this is a TV that has come, it will never go. That means it needs content. So you have to prepare yourself when the right time comes, you take on the opportunity. But how do you prepare yourself for that? Yes, it's very important.
It also takes being alert, because you're talking about things that you need to be on the pulse to know that this is what's happening.
And then you need to know who is inspiring you. What are they doing? If you're being inspired by someone who just wants to be famous on TikTok, it's okay. If you, what do you really want?
Yeah.
But for me, at the end, I think at the end goal is to, first of all, to make money. You have to make money. It has to make financial sense. It doesn't make sense to be famous and you're broke. That's the thing I don't understand. I mean, I don't want to be famous and then I'm broke.
Why are you being loud?
Yes, I don't want to be.
You're shouting.
I don't want to be. I fear to be broke. I don't like to be broke because I've been there. I know what it means to be broke when you have to depend on someone else's pocket. I've been there.
Trenches.
Yeah, I've been there. So I wouldn't wish it for anybody.
Yeah.
Because you want an industry, you were in, and then it's not making a lot of sense for you. You get frustrated. No. Frustration will come, but you have to know what you really want. Some people get the gigs, but doesn't mean you should leave your other side hustle. She's an actress.
And a chef.
She's the chef.
And a singer.
And a singer. She does this, she does that, she does that. You understand? It doesn't mean if you are a waiter in maybe Caramel or something, it doesn't mean you should leave your acting. Or it doesn't mean your acting should stop you from being that. Yeah. You can still be that. You can still do both as long as you add an additional income. As long as it's not disrespecting your body or whatever, it's okay.
That's good advice.
It's fine. And I'm a millennial again. For me, I'm willing. I'm willing to hustle.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I think how we operate life, this is something that I go by. We don't always have all the information we need to navigate everything we should.
Yep.
So everything is a learning curve, right?
Okay.
So while there was resistance from our parents, I extend them grace because that is all they knew.
Yeah.
Anything to do with creative arts had a negative connotation around it. It was completely misunderstood. And the other thing that I truly believe in is to be the change you want to be. So since you think that the people that are creatives or artists have to have maybe like raggedy hair and all these things and they're drunkards and it's up to me to prove to you that I'm going to do this work, but you'll not catch me on the street. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. So I think it has been a lot of showing, specifically to my parents, the kind of benefits that I was getting much later, while they didn't understand it for a long time, but I stuck to my guns and said at the end of the day, this is going to, I live my life as though I'm going to have a Netflix documentary. So everything is for the plot.
Yeah.
Okay? So I look at the chaotic parts of my life, I'm like, yo, well, you better learn from this one. I look at the funny part, I'm like, we definitely need comic relief.
Yeah.
There's some, I'm like, whoever is writing my story, put the pen down. Okay, wrap it up. But that is how I think young and upcoming artists in the industry can look at it as well. I mean, it's even better now that they have all these other avenues. Yeah. And they're recognized as creatives. Yeah. Yes. It's getting there. I think, and I hope that we don't get to be like the boomers who are so angry at millennials. Because as we grow and evolve, life does get easier. It does. Right?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
We're growing.
Our problems are going to be different.
Exactly, it's going to be different. If I have been born in an era with fast internet and good phones and all these things and what's trending and I can catch on very quickly, and you find someone mad, angry. Like, we need to be extremely supportive of the way that they have come into the industry. This is what they know, right?
This is what they're seeing.
So we have to switch it up in such a way that we work together and complement one another. Where it's like, teach me the new trends, teach me the camera tricks, teach me, how you're doing this so easily, right? Just because I struggled to get my work out doesn't mean I should be mad at you because you're just at a click of a finger, you have 1 million views. That's completely different. It is where you are. Opportunity does meet preparedness. And I also believe that to be a fact. So coming into the industry, just keep an open mind. Don't be willing to learn, be teachable. It's important at whatever stage of life, be teachable. There's definitely something you don't know. So just be teachable, enjoy yourself. Do not think there's instant gratification. You've come in, you've done one show, now you're a star. You get your flowers for the role.
You don't want to be taught again.
Get flowers for your role, because you have, ups and downs. I will be on Sanyu. It will be a big show. It will be brilliant. I'll still get a small role next. I will not do it because I did Sanyu.
True.
Do you get me? Like everything is an experience, and I do not shy away from experiences. For myself, again, the Netflix production is on its way.
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
She has said really something really, really brilliant. I think for the youngsters out there, again, it's not your problem that you are in an era where there is everything. There's all these tools to work with, phones. You can just do a monologue, and before you know it, and a Hollywood producer has noticed it, or a producer from South Africa, or wherever. We didn't have that. Do you know what I did the first time to get a show to work in Swahili Fashion Week, which was the biggest fashion week in East Africa?
What did you do?
I got a bus from Uganda. I slept 3 days on the way to Dar es Salaam.
Wow.
To go and ask for an opportunity to work on that Swahili Fashion Week. I worked for Rich Munisi, one of the biggest fashion designers. I worked for Martin Kadinda in Tanzania, and then Kaijuka Bus. But I got a bus back again. 3 days on the road. Why? Because there was no avenues to share my work with these people and stuff. I had to go there personally. You understand? That's not your problem. That was us trying to maneuver through life.
The circumstances.
To be who we are.
That's beautiful, though.
And no one was funding me. I was literally funding myself. I didn't know where I was going to sleep when I went there. But that's not your problem. Your problem now is the willingness to learn. Use whatever you do. Be who you are, the Gen Zs. Just be able to respect that people have different journeys to where they are. And you have to be respectful of that journey amidst all these things that you have with you. Because she said something that it's upon us to understand where they are and understand where we came from. We didn't have that. Now, how do I adjust to who they are, how they respond to people, how they respond to certain things? I was shooting that show in Nairobi, and most of them, they were Gen Zs. I think in that house where I was sleeping, I was the old one. And they did some of the most annoying things. I've never been around Gen Zs for a long time. But it's like when we shoot trans night scenes, for me, I'm used. I know I've been shooting this for the longest time. And I know, like, if it's a night shoot, it's a night shoot. People are going to get touched, it's going to get cold, people are going to cry, people are going to... For me, my mind is already prepared. It's experience. And this girl asks me, do those things have to be like this, or they're just torturing us?
Baba.
And I'm like, and now for me, I'm like, okay, it's her first time. In my head, I'm like, it's her first time. Please be humble, be humble, be humble. Don't bring your experience here. Be humble. I just told her, it's normal. These things will always happen to you. So if you're in this industry, just embrace the fact that you've gotten a chance to be a part of a set where they're shooting trans night scenes. So that when you come to another set, it wouldn't be a shock. But you know, the first response I got in my head, are you stupid? What does your contract say?
Are you mad?
Are you here with me, or are you here with someone else? This is your contract. You have to be. Those responses came to my head. Should I tell her this? So I had to first reverse myself.
You know,
let me come to her level and teach her. This is her. Just calm down. Everything will be fine. This is you. But again, because you don't understand, you signed a contract. Not with Mushema, not with Harmonie. You have to honor that contract.
My biggest takeaway from today's conversation is grace. Like the kind of grace you need to extend to, whether it's the people you're working with on set, whether the people you encounter when they're trying to reach out to you and hire you, because the business of acting feels unreal for us who are outside.
Yeah.
We don't understand how personal and intimate it can get. So it's very easy for us to take the character as we see you on the screen for granted, and you know, like, hey, surely we can all cry, and I think grace is such a wonderful thing. So I appreciate that coming up a lot. Unfortunately, that is all the time we had. Thank you for coming to Mushema and Harmonie's TED Talk. Me, I was just visiting. Yeah,
Very well said.
thank you so much for being here. I feel like this conversation is going to happen again, because sometimes we've had to bring people to do conversations over again. But I want to encourage you to also get in the comments when the episode comes out and talk to the people, because we have a lot of questions as up and coming actors.
Yeah.
This is the Film Hackers Talk Show. My name is Maritza. See you on the next episode.